Elani, I just saw the great story and the video that's just come out.
Yeah, and they're here to talk about their new music, the masaibus of being young, rich, famous. Yes. We spoke to them last year when they were just about to break through, and now they have. So what's life like for them, the inspiration behind this new song, and of course, the future.
Excellent.
Salam dunia, ni siku nyingi hatujaongea hizi enzi, mbona huna penzi?
Nimekuandikia barua, ningeweza ningekupigia, geti kali nalia, machozi ya simba. Nitakulenga pia, usinicheke, siku moja nitakucheka pia. Bobea, 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 ngojea nitabobea pia. Bobea, 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 ngojea nitabobea pia. Sina mengi ya kusimulia, ila tu ni barua ya dunia. Mashinani wanalia lia, umrindo huo uzee unaingia. Sina fedha nisio wala njia ya kujitafutia. Nikimalizia barua, geti kali uwe na huruma.
joining us on AM Live to talk about music, to talk about not staying down, not putting people down, and not accepting to stay down. Elani.
Hi.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
You've been here before. You should
Yes,
be
many
walking
times.
around, serving me tea.
I know, yeah, we should be. We should be.
I mean,
we'll get to that in a
You
few
guys are
minutes.
sitting like, hello, Sheila. Oh, it's so lovely. You've been here before.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's move beyond that. How's it been? It's been about a year since you were last here. Can you imagine that?
It has.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, time flies.
Okay.
Time
Madam,
Yes.
let's start with you. What has the year been like?
It's been a whirlwind of everything. It's just been everything. Between the album launch and our songs coming out and all these things that we've managed to do in the course of a year, even when we first came to your interview, we weren't sure that we could do them. You know how you say you're gonna do something, but deep inside you're like, like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you we're gonna make it, but not too sure.
You
I
had
don't
to
know.
speak it, and you were
Yeah.
speaking it in
Yeah.
faith, and then you had to
Yes.
go and live it.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
thankfully, it's working out. Like, we're on the way. The steps are coming together.
That's all it takes, taking one step first. What
Yeah.
about you, young man? I'm sure the girls love you.
I'm
Tell us,
grateful.
Brian.
I don't. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You don't get numbers?
You know, women
Texts?
are more reserved.
Yeah.
They're not outspoken as men the way Tim Murphy's always.
Oh, gosh, yes.
But I'm grateful, man. God has been good to us, and I'm just humbled.
All right.
It's overwhelming, but at the end of the day, knowing that people appreciate your music, it makes you feel good.
All right.
Yeah.
And have you finished school?
Oh, yes.
Because
Thank you, Jesus.
you were all still, pumbaning with the books
Yes.
and clearing. Did you
Yeah.
finish? Have you
Yes.
graduated?
Yes, we're all graduates.
Or did you quit?
We finished.
okay too if
No,
you
we're done.
No, no.
We're done. Degree holders.
Yeah.
Not finishing was
Certified.
not an option in
Right.
our houses. So, yes, we are very fortunate enough that we were blessed with parents who felt that education was important, and they made sure that we completed that. Brian is so far, I would say, the one who's at the top over here, because he's an advocate of the High Court of Kenya.
You go to court and everything.
Yeah.
So do you like your honor? Cool.
I think I'd be kicked out.
I mean, what the judge is going to ask for your honor? Please sign this for my daughter. She loves a cuckoo. It can happen.
What? But it's a good feeling, knowing that was one of the passions that I wanted to achieve, and I actually did that. So it's a big thing for me.
All
Yeah,
right.
and people fear me nowadays because you're a singer and you're an advocate. Okay.
Excellent.
things, yeah.
These are the people to know, especially when you're leaving the concert.
Yeah.
Turn on with those guys of the alcohol block.
Yeah.
Feel
You're
free,
the
feel free
people
to
to
give me
do.
a call.
But let's talk about crossing over, because your music is spectacular. I've got a niece who's going to be 3 months old in a couple of days. And when she's having a rough time, sometimes all you have to do is say, cool. And she's like, she forgets to cry. So you've got baby fans, and then you've got fans who you didn't even anticipate would be fans. Kenya's rock station has your music on rotation.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a rock station.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're on it.
Yes.
Yes.
You're on Nation FM.
Yes.
You're on Kiss FM. You're on Get Radio. Y'all have crossed over. How does that make you feel?
It's incredible. It's incredible because in Kenya, we felt that particular people listen to particular music. And then we come through with this kind of music that is very different, in that we are not afraid to release ballads, like songs like Milele and Baroya Dunia, which have a lot of content message-wise. And this song gets to all these platforms like Get a Radio, where you'd only think that reggae and raga rules, and stations like Kiss and Nation, where they're very urban, and also stations like XFM. Like, seriously,
I hear
who
it a
does
lot
that?
on XFM, and
And
I think,
it's,
wow.
it's ridiculous how we are breaking these boundaries, and we are breaking the rules, and we are creating new rules and writing new rules, which is so cool.
Awesome. And now, talking about breaking barriers, it's been an uphill task for all of you. Talking about Baroya Ya Dunia, what was the inspiration behind it? Was it true life stories, your own personal experiences?
Not only was it our own life, but the lives of so many other people who we've seen who are going through all these horrible things, and everyone is putting you down, and there's so many things that are in your way
you know, before you finally get what it is that you're looking to achieve. And honestly, I think there was a point sometime last year when we just kept telling each other, you know what, it's the darkest hour before dawn. It's the darkest, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. And that's what the song was written a while ago, but only last year did it really fully come into play in our lives. And that's why we even titled our album Baroya Dunia, because that's exactly what we wanted to say. You can be pushed down, you can be hit and almost killed and dead. But if you just keep going, then, you know, life will pick up. So that's where our
who said
minds
no to you? Who discouraged you? And what
If
did
we
you
get,
do?
how much time do you
We don't have to mention names, but tell us, what was it that what was said?
I think
Or done.
the hardest thing that we went through was probably in August last year, which was just before we came here actually. And we were sat down by our label and we were dropped. And we were told, you know
Like
what?
a hot potato.
Yeah,
No.
and we were told, you're not, we don't see you guys making it. It's not making financial sense for us to be involved with you anymore. And that's that. Okay, go away. Out the door. Yeah. So the thing that hit us mostly at that point was the fact that first we'd gone to that meeting to discuss a video. Like we had completely blindsided. That's number one. And then also number two, it was just that we had just got to the point where we were about to release a song and we were just about to reach what we thought was our potential, you know, and to be like at that penultimate just before you got to the climax area and then you're pushed down to the bottom of the hill. You know, I think that was probably the hardest thing, and that's when the song really did make a lot of sense to us.
Okay, and how and what did you do after you walked away from that meeting? Did you go to Java, have a coffee? What did you guys do?
Maureen cried.
I called Brian.
And then she called me. I was in class. So I chomoka at class and I was like, Nini, ibu niambie ni nini? Ati, oh, you guys, by the way, we've been dropped. I paused a bit.
Sour.
Okay, sour.
Then you went and went back to class.
Because I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? We've been through so much, and I felt like we weren't, we didn't share the same goals, you know? We wanted a very, very high quality video, and they didn't want us to get such a good video as a first video. And so, to me, it made more sense. It's okay. I was like, it's okay. God is there, we shall find a way.
Brian is so at the time I was broken. I was done. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I was just in shock. As in that just happened. Like, we had no plan, no money, nothing.
Nothing.
And so how did you pick yourselves up? So what was the next step? The label doesn't want anything to do with you. What did you now do with yourselves?
Like, you just have to remove the music. We've been recording music for 3 years. What's the point? You have to release it. And so we came up with a plan. We wrote to some people. We got some loans. And thank God for people who honestly just came up and said, you know what, I'm going to help you. Yeah, you're going to pay me back. And this is the timeline. But I'm going to help you. And we were deeply, deeply in debt by the time we were launching the album. But, you know, it was time. I mean, I've been doing this thing that I'm so passionate about for so long. How can I just let it go? Because the people who are supposed to help me are not going to help me.
I like that.
Anymore.
You fought for what you believed in. You fought for yours. You fought for your place, and now you're on top.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
The label
Thank God for
watching.
that.
We don't know. I'm asking for a friend to know, perhaps. But we've got a viewer who's joining us on the line with something to say to you. Good morning.
Hello, Sheila.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Very good. What's your question or comment?
Okay, my comment, first of all, I would like to thank Elani
Oh,
Thank you.
to keep on encouraging the youth.
Thank you.
I especially love their music. Especially the one Kuku, you know, I'll come. So the first time I heard the music, I started looking behind my telly. I thought there's a chicken behind my telly.
Wow.
Thank you, though.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, I would like to ask a question.
Yeah.
What keep on motivate you to move forward and doing new things the time by time and yeah.
Okay. Your inspiration. What makes your sound so fresh?
Wow. I can't even answer that question. You know, when we write, it's not even purposefully to sound fresh. It's just to be real and genuine. Because honestly, I can't see us writing from a place where you in your mind, you're like, I have to create a hit song. And that's what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah.
That's not how we write. It's just someone has something to say. And more often than not, it's Brian who has a big idea in his head. and he sits us down and he's like, okay, I have this idea of this song where because, and he'll tell us a story, so and so went through this last week and etc., and it's making me feel this way, and we write based on that. And I think we realized when you write from your heart the way we do, it goes directly into someone else's heart, and that's why it feels fresh, because it's genuine. So it's not, we write about any and everything. We can't pick one thing that inspires what we write. Yeah. It's
just life itself,
yeah.
You know,
Okay.
what we go through.
So, Peter,
Yes, hello?
ukiwa nyumbani, you can write something about your TV. If it's the TV that makes you feel emotional, you can write from anything. Are you a musician? Do you want to be a singer as well?
No, I'm not a musician, but I have a few friends of mine that they are.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, I will just tell them,
Yeah.
okay, you know, in their music, the way they dress and everything, it's so perfect, and especially, you know, we are youth.
Right.
And you know, some of youth nowadays, they do expose themselves so much. But for them, they are perfect. I just want to encourage them to move forward.
Okay.
And God will see them through.
Fine.
Thank you so much, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
Now,
All right.
Peter has raised a thorny issue.
Yes.
The idea of stripping or expressing yourself with bare necessities.
Yes.
You know, for some artists, it's a way of expressing. You can shika yourself in their video and take off the vest and it's fine. Or you can sit in the bathtub and it's your way of expressing yourself. But when it comes to how you project yourself, your image, is it something you would consider, you know, like a
little striptease.
leg over here, little woohoo over there?
I think not in the near future. Not even in our careers.
Not any
Because-
time in the
Okay,
foreseeable.
David, until you go to the gym, have you been going to the gym?
Me?
Yes.
Just a bit.
Okay. I'm telling you, the song, the story will change when you're buffed.
We feel like it takes away from the music.
Right.
It takes away from what it is that we're here to do, which is to heal someone, which is to make someone smile, which is to let someone know that everything is going to be okay, which is to make sure that someone is having fun. So the moment visually we distract you, we take it away from you listening to what it is that I'm saying, to you going like,
Booty, booty, booty.
Exactly.
One pack, one pack, one
you
pack.
know, it's nice. Like I get why. Sometimes I get why, because as a woman and as a man, you know, feeling some type of way and feeling attractive is nice, and sometimes you want to flaunt what it is that you have. But there's a time and place for that. There's a time and place for everything, and I feel like, we feel like, in our career, in with our music, that's not the place.
And also to add on to what she says, one boy always says that to whom much is given, much is expected, you know? There's a lot of responsibility that comes with fame, with people looking up to you, you know? So is that what you want to show people?
Yeah. Do you want people to be looking at you or to be looking up to you?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Those are two different
Word.
things. You know, I know it just hit me.
It's a very thin line. You know, the bottom line is it's a very thin line, because we're all in the hustle.
Yeah.
Those who choose to express themselves in one way or the other. But at the end of the day, you ask yourself, what is it that you want to achieve with everything that you do? And if it is not something that you think will take you to your goals, that's
Then there's
perfectly
no need to
okay.
do it,
If
exactly.
it works for the other person, again,
That's
it's perfectly okay. It's not
Yes.
saying, oh my good Lord, you're going to need to lay some hands on you. It's just saying, express yourself
The
as
way
long
that
as it's
you-
working for you
Yeah.
and it's true with who you are.
Yes.
True, that is true. That's very important, because you only have one life and that much time. Therefore, you need to make sure that whatever it is that you're doing is true to you, because we have limited time. You can't be
You can't be
fake.
here
You
trying to
can't
be everything for everyone because everybody wants you to do a
Exactly.
certain thing.
Yeah.
No, one day, if God wills, you're going to be 60, and if you can look at yourself in the mirror and think, yes, I did that.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Exactly.
Fine.
That's
Perfect.
priceless.
Big tick.
Yeah.
I get that.
I'm definitely going to join this group.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kobe is already a
He's
member.
already-
We
yeah.
heard.
Cool.
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
Honorary
And
member.
Debal.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
You know,
You're welcome
sorry,
as
you
well.
can't be the only dude. So we are part of Elani. And we've got another viewer who's joining us on the line with yet another comment or question for you. Good morning.
Good morning, Sheila.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am very happy today, Daniel.
Yeah, my name is Daniel. I'm calling from Kisumu.
Right.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Elani for the good job they're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel.
And okay, I had this idea, and I thought maybe I could share with them. It's about my life. So I wanted to give the idea to them, then maybe they could do a song,
Okay.
and then I will sponsor for the video and everything.
Wow.
Wow, okay.
So, before you start unpacking that,
I know.
your story, this sounds like something you guys want to follow
Yes.
behind the scenes.
Yes.
So, Daniel, we're taking your number,
Yeah.
and then you can now talk one-on-one with them. Because, you know, if you unleash that story and then somebody goes to shoot the video tomorrow, it would be a very sad and tragic thing, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
So hang on to that gem, and then we're going to put you in touch with them at the end of the show, and then you can have that conversation, and hopefully this is going to be something epic.
Okay, thank you so much, and congratulations to you.
Thank you, Daniel.
Wow, awesome. But you guys are on social media.
Yes.
Yes.
For others like Daniel who are watching and are thinking, I really want to talk to these guys, how active is your page?
It's very, very
We're
active.
really on it. Like we really.
We even respond to our inboxes, all the messages that anyone sends, we actually do revert back.
Yeah.
There's some people who want gigs, to give us gigs. Some who just want advice.
Oh, those you definitely respond to.
No, but even more and more, actually, that's when we realize that we have a lot of power and a lot of responsibility is when people start writing to you to ask them, for example, to mentor them or to help them with a certain issue that they're going through, or to visit their school because the students are really, you know, in love with the music, and honestly, through our page, we've been invited to so many different primary schools to talk to these kids because the teachers don't know how else to get through to them except through musicians who they love, you know. And so honestly, our social media is on it. We pay attention. We read actually individually read everything that comes in. We're not the ones who reply all the time, but we do read it. And yeah, so on Twitter it's Elani Muziki, on Facebook as well, facebook.com/Elani Muziki. So yeah, we're very easy to find.
Follow us, give us gigs.
Yes.
Feel free.
Give us feedback about the songs as well.
And what we're going to do, of course, is with your permission, we'll share those details and
Yes.
those contacts
Sure.
on our social media sites as well, so that there's even more traffic
Permission
going back
granted.
and forth.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And of course, in talking about going to schools and mentoring younger viewers, younger fans, what would you say is the biggest question that you get from the young ones? Because there's a new wave that's coming through, and they've got their own issues, they've got their own challenges, and they've got their own way of expressing themselves. What would you say is the biggest question they ask you?
For most of them, they ask us if how hard is it for you to sing and still
Yes.
do
Do
your
whatever
schooling,
you
you know.
want, yeah.
But I always tell them, you know, for me personally, my parents told me, soma, alafu imba. You know, and that's why we took so long for us to release our first album. We didn't have that money yet also, and as well we were all in school doing such demanding careers, you know. And after we got done with our education, that's when we embarked on our music career full time.
Yeah.
So what I tell them is that they should read first, make sure you're good at that first, then do your music.
Always have something that belongs
follow
to
your
you.
passion.
Yes.
And an education no one can ever take
Exactly.
away.
It's
Even when
yours.
you go to a workplace and you
Doesn't
work for a
matter,
while
it's
and
yours.
then they tell you enough, you still go with your education.
Yes.
You go with your experience and your skill.
Yes.
You guys are Tim. Awesome! But let's talk about the new album. I thought I saw you with a
Oh,
copy.
yes.
we
I
brought
have
you
an
an
album.
album.
How
Should
do you
I-
only bring one?
No, of course there's others back there,
There's
but this
so
is for
many.
you.
This is
You
for
need it,
Sheila.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Sheila. That is Sheila's alone. We will sign
Yes.
it.
So this is their brand new album. Where can people find this album?
It's available at all textbook centers. It's on sale on iTunes as well. So yeah, online is covered. Physical copies at textbook center. Same thing again. You can check on our social media pages because we always write about where to
album.
get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's titled Baroya Dunia as well, like we had said.
And of course, we cannot just be taking albums for ourselves. You know, AM Live is a big family.
Yeah.
You gotta let us have some copies to give out to fans who are watching.
Definitely,
And
we'll do
if they
that.
get the question of the day right, then of course we're going to give them the album.
Yeah. Yes.
So all those albums you've come with, there's a whole box. Please know you're not going back with them. But we've got a viewer who's joining us on the line. Good morning.
Morning, Sheila.
Hey, madam, how's it?
I'm fine, thank you.
Sema tukusikie.
Morning, Elani.
Good morning.
Yeah, mi nimefurahi tu sana because I love your song,
Thank
Thank you.
especially the Coco. In fact, I wanted to sing a stanza. Hata kama sina ile voice ya kuimba.
Basi imba. It's a Friday, anything goes.
Yeah, I just wanted to sing it.
Okay, go ahead. Sing a little bit.
Okay, kuna watu hatari wenye penzi lenye serikali, letu nalo linajua kali, penzi letu serikali, wajua na kupenda malaika.
Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
Thank you very much.
All right, now, Tiema, you're in Busia. Would you like to come to AM Live and sing with us?
Yeah, I would really love to do that.
Okay.
I don't know how to sing well.
Don't worry, it's not about knowing how to sing. It's about having it in your heart and letting it out. This life, if there's something called roho, you've got to let it out, you know?
Yeah.
So we are going to put you on a bus and you'll come here and sing all those songs you want to sing.
Thank you.
We're going to keep you contacts as well. Tiema, thank you very much for joining us today.
Okay, thank you. Welcome.
Aya, ladies and gentlemen, we have got crazy feedback happening on our social media sites. So let's cross over to Gobina.
Yeah, I just, before, of course, we talk about the feedback, I was wondering why you guys didn't call me for the cover photo, since I'm your 4th member.
You know, the thing
What
is,
happened?
the photo
We'll
shoot,
think
was really impromptu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And also, this is the fake. This is the fake album. The
real
one
album
your-
is
your take on it.
Good things, good things. Good things are going. Listen, good things are actually going on our social media platforms. Thank you so much for all this amazing feedback. Nyambura Nguru says, I totally love your music. You guys are an inspiration. Keep it up. Way to go, fellow learned friends. Hashtag look at me now. It's trending now. Then we have Winnie who says, hey guys, so I wake up and I'm singing cuckoo and then I turn on the TV and guess who I see? I know how you're feeling. That Smart Blonde says, love, love, love y'all. There's just a lot of love coming on, but there's a really good question here from Paul Nzioki who says, would you do a Christian song, aka thanking God? Would love to feature if you don't mind. All right. Nelson Maxivan says, okay, so there's Kenyan music and then there's Elani music. They rock. Hashtag look at me now. Why lie? Then of course Facebook, lots and lots going on there. Elani baby, look at me now. Love your music from Tony, Marianne. Everybody loves you, loves us. Sorry, I can't forget. Loves us. Loves our band. John Gidanga says, persistent breaks resistance. Elani is a great inspiration as a music ensemble that has decided not to die with the hard times. Bravo, guys. Very, very well said. And one last one from Jackie says, I love, love, love you guys. And Maureen, you're the icon to plus-size girls. My friends and I look forward to any of you to get pointers. Siju Wanzishe blog. Keep up the good work, guys. Amazing, amazing feedback. Thank you, guys. Tunapenda. Yeah, sana. Tunapendwa. I am the 4th member. But congratulations.
Thank you.
Kobe, don't go too far away because as a 4th member, you know, they're about to throw it down.
Yes.
You guys are going to sing.
And that verse of yours.
Let me go wear the costume.
Needed.
Costume for you know, we are now going to do feathers. Let me go change and then, yeah.
Okay. So while Kobe's doing the change, a little acapella kidogo.
Okay. We'll actually do
something,
Barrea
whatever
Dunia,
you'd like.
because it epitomizes look at me now.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. And before we start, actually, I'd like to tell the guys on social media, give us your stories as well, preferably on our inbox, so we can get to share them with other people, so that we can all get to realize and remember that we're all in this together.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So bust a rhyme now.
Oh, it's oh, sorry. Usinilenge, siku moja nitakulenga pia. Usinicheke, siku moja nitakucheka pia. Bobea, 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 ngojea nitakubobea pia. We bobea, 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 ngojea nitakubobea pia. Sina mengi ya kusimulia, ila tu ni barua ya dunia.
So you keep going. Who said stop? I do not remember saying stop.
Well, the song is on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
New
they
video.
Can get it. Yeah, there's a new video is out, so they can watch it over and over and over again.
All right, and of
Yeah.
course we are going to have copies of the new album to give away on AM Live today.
Yes.
So somebody wants your number, so you're going to have to give me all your numbers, including your parents' numbers.
Okay.
So that if they can't reach you, you know, they'll call
They
your
know where to
parents.
find
Yeah. But the future.
Yes.
What's next for you? I know this video is out, but there's another one that's on the way too.
Yes, there is, and it's just more music, better things, bigger things, because we've honestly seen that there's so much to say and there's a message to pass across, whether it's love or struggle or hope or happiness or partying. There's always something to say, and that's what we want to do. We want to be able to put all the emotions into song and just let them all out, you know, because that's what we're here for.
All right. And echoing, you know, the question that we got from Facebook, a song for God, a song for a big thank you, maybe?
Honestly, yeah, we actually have that sort of in the works. We've never known as much as now how much God is really a big part of our lives, you know. And yeah, it's something that, his name was Paul, I believe. Yeah, Paul is something that we were looking into.
All right.
Yeah.
So when Jesus say yes,
Nobody
can
say
no.
no.
I'm telling you. Thank you so very much, guys, for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
You know, it would be unfair on me to let you guys go without singing Cuckoo. No, seriously, it's almost like Michael Jackson and Thriller. You can never shake off.
You can't leave.
There's some things you can never walk away from.
Okay.
So a little cuckoo, and then of course we're gonna take a break, and then we'll be back.
All right. I'm going cuckoo, so cuckoo, 'cause I love you. I'm going cuckoo, so cuckoo, 'cause I love you. I'm going cuckoo, so cuckoo, 'cause I love you. I'm going cuckoo, message shuku, I love you.
You keep going, cuckoo. Again, who's telling you to stop? Do you have a magical instructor in your
I think
ear?
it's because this part was Kobe's, but
Yeah.
she's not
Yeah.
here.
She's still changing
So, yeah.
because there's a headpiece that she was working on.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
she thought headpieces would be very good, and it's got feathers
She's
and,
been trying to
and
convince
beads
us to get
you
into
know.
that. We're thinking about it.
Yeah.
All right, and she's also working out as well.
Yeah.
Because she wants to, you know, if you don't do the, she's gonna do it, and I'll join her there. Very good at that. But you guys, could we ask a huge favor? Could we keep you until the end of today's show?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
I thought you have jobs. Do you have
We
a client?
do.
We always have time for you guys. Come on.
I'm just kidding. So we're going to keep you till the end of the show,
problem.
and then you can give out the albums to the people who win, and you can personally sign them. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Every way.
Thank
and
you.
keep being strong, keep mentoring others, and never listen. You know, there's some things people will say to you, and especially on social media, there'll be one or two left-hand comments. Brush them off. They don't mean nothing.
Thank you.
You've got a purpose and a destiny.
Amen
Alrighty,
to that.
that's us done for this hour. We're going to take a short break. Don't go too far, because we'll be right back with more Elani and other guests and Kobe and the headgear. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy up in here. We'll see you.